So, where are you from? Here. Oh, you grew up here? Yes. Oh, okay. Did your parents grow up here? Yes. Oh. Okay, well, anyway, enjoy the movie. Thank you. So I thought today would be good to talk about accent, or at least my unique accent. Now online I get a lot of comments about mentioning my accent sounds English, which I understand that because I am from Australia, or more so South Australia, which we technically do have more of a posher accent, which makes us sound a little bit more English. Obviously not everyone here sounds like that, but I guess I'm one of the few people that do. But, so, online I get those comments, I understand that, but I think the first thing I got mentioned wasn't really talking about my voice, but I think I had 3 or 2 people say I look Italian. Again, that's not really about my voice, that's just apparently to them I look Italian. But fast forward, that was like years ago too. Fast forward, I think in real life, the first few people to mention something about my voice was tradies, like people that come in to the house and do work on something in the house, like fix something. And a lot of times they would ask where my accent from, and a lot of times I'll be like, oh, what do I sound like? Because I'm interested to know, what do I sound like? But a lot of them would be like, oh, I don't know. I was interested to know what I sound like to them, but they couldn't pinpoint anything. But as well as my neighbor was also one of them. Oh, I just spilled the water all over me. Also my neighbor was one of the people that asked me about my accent, and again I said, oh, what do I sound like? But he said, oh, I don't know. So at first I had no idea what I sound like. I knew I sound a bit like I knew I sound English a bit, but a lot of them wouldn't say they think I'm from England, otherwise they probably would. So they probably thought I was somewhere else, from somewhere else. Now, fast forward even more, when I started this job is, I think, when I got most comments about my voice. Now, now my job, as you know, is very multicultural. There's a lot of people from different cultures there, but it's not just those people, there's also Aussie people that work there have also asked about my accent. Now, I think the first person was to mention something about my accent, to actually say where they think I was from, was a Fijian guy that I worked with. We had to clean the machine with mops, because that's what we apparently do here. So, you from Germany? No, I'm from here, I'm Australian. Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh, it's okay. You don't need to apologize. It's fine. He apologized like he offended me. He did not offend me at all. I thought it was really interesting that finally someone has said what they think my accent sounds like. German, apparently. I sound German to that guy. I was like really happy to finally know, oh, I sound maybe a little bit German. I was like, oh, so that's what I sound like. But then more people kept commenting on my voice. I had another person who was from, oh no, Italy. I think she was from Italy, and she thought I was Romanian because she said that my English is very good. So she thought I was Romanian, which is so interesting because I'm like, whoa, I never thought anyone would say that I sound Romanian. But she said mainly because she didn't think I was Aussie. She thought that, again, my company, or the company I work for, is very multicultural, so she probably assumed that I was somewhere from Europe or somewhere, and she, yeah, so Romanian. I thought that was really interesting. German, Romanian, wow. Now, another person also mentioned about my voice is one of the forklift drivers at my job. He actually thought I was American. he drive past and like, wait, are you American? I'm like, no. And then he came back and was like, oh, this just sounds a little bit American. Apparently I sound American. So that's German, Romanian, American. I'm like, oh, interesting. Finally people are saying where they think my accent might be from, or accent might be from. So German, Romanian, American. Now American does make sense a little bit because I grew up watching a lot of American, well obviously a lot of American TV shows, like movies and that. And when I first got into YouTube, I was watching a lot of American vloggers. It's only in the few couple years that I have been more watching Australian vloggers because I was scared I was going to lose my Australian accent and sound American. And now my friend already pronounces a lot of things in like how Americans pronounce it, and I don't want to be like that. I wanted to still have like be Australian, so I didn't want to completely lose my accent. So now I'm trying to watch a lot of haven't been lately because I haven't had time, but I'm trying to watch a lot more Australian YouTubers so that hopefully I don't lose my accent completely. And yeah, and I had another girl. Oh my god, this was now I was paired up with this other girl, and she looked like she was from the Philippines. I think she was from the Philippines. And so I was like, okay, a Filipino girl, or Filipina girl I'm working with. But then as soon as she opened her mouth and spoke, I'm like, she sounds more Aussie than I do. I was so shocked because I was not expecting, again, because my company very multicultural, I was not expecting her to sound so Aussie, and I was not expecting her to sound more Aussie than me. And I think she even grew up in the Philippines. She's still young, but I think her first half of her life she grew up in the Philippines. But she sounds so much more Aussie than I do. I was like, so shocked. She actually thought, to her I sounded very Aussie, but before I spoke, she said she thought I was from Europe. because the job is very multicultural. Everyone is from all over the world there. But yeah, it was really interesting. Now, is that everything? I swear I had more people say they thought I was from somewhere else, but right now I can't think. So German, Romanian, American, is that all? I think there might have been a couple more, but I don't really remember. Now, I think I might have had more people comment on my voice and tell me other places they think I was from, but right now I only remember the German, Romanian and American, and those people that thought I was Italian, but they were more talking about my look than my voice. But I think now why I sound like this could be because I'm dyslexic and I do have a bit of trouble pronouncing things, especially if it's words that I don't really use or know a lot. As well as I feel like I have been getting worse at speaking. I don't know why. I had a lot of help in primary school. Not really speech therapy, but more just helping with like maths and spelling and reading and all that. So that could be part of it. My mum actually mentioned that I sound like someone who English isn't my first language. I can understand that because I feel like people who are from different countries can speak better than me. Again, I feel like my skill level of my speaking or communication is going, like, it was really bad when I was young, and then I think it got a little bit better, but now I feel like it's getting worse because even talking to other Aussie people, I am mixing up my words, or I'm trying to pronounce something that I know how to like say or what it is, but I can't pronounce it properly. And it would be something simple, so a simple word that I know, like receptness. See? Oh my god, reception. I'm already struggling, and I know that word, and I know what it is, I know the definition to it, but for some reason I struggle to say some certain words. Like before I would never struggle to say that, but now receptionist, the person at the front desk. Now I don't know why I'm struggling. I mean, that could be my fault. It could be because I'm maybe brain rotting myself with social media, and that's not good. I think I need to read more, or I mean, I do talk to people at work. So yeah, I don't know why. I'm scared that the more older I'm gonna get, the more my communication skills are gonna decrease, and it's not good. I do talk to people. Obviously at my job there's a lot of people with different like accents as well. Sometimes it is harder to hear them, so I don't know if that could be playing a part. I don't think so, because it never used to be like that. I can understand most people at work. I think there's only 1 or 2 people that have a stronger accent that I feel like I can't really understand that much. I mean, obviously the more you're with them, the more you understand, but as well as the production place is very loud. So one of the girls is from India, and she has like a very high-pitched voice, but it's also very soft-spoken, and with the machines going around, it's really hard to hear her. So if we're at a certain like table or whatever, and the machines, like we're closer to the machines, it's really hard to hear. But again, even other Aussie people are really hard to hear in certain areas of my job. But yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, maybe brain rot is something that is making my communication skills not really good. I feel like I am getting more confident in talking to people, but just my skill level feel like it's decreasing, and I don't know why, and it's scary. But anyway, now I think, now I have grown up in Australia, and my parents were born here as well. I have a grandpa on my dad's side who was actually from Scotland, but we never met him because I think he passed away when my dad was young or something like that. And I think my mom says we have some kind of Irish on her side, and I think maybe there was like Spanish on my dad's side, but again, don't know those people, so never hanged around those people, never seen videos of those people. So a lot of my family, I feel like my family is very small. I hear a lot about my family I hear a lot about people I don't even know in my family, so, but I don't think I hear about anyone overseas. So, and I don't think I sound Scottish, Spanish, or Irish. Or maybe I kind of do, I don't know, but actually maybe 2 years ago I was at a friend's birthday party, and there was a guy there that sounded exactly like my grandpa, and I asked him, "Where are you from?" And he said he's from Switzerland, and I'm like, oh, now I know what my grandpa sounds like. He sounds Swedish. Grandpa, I know where you're from now. Switzerland. Switzerland? No, I grew up from the UK. Huh? Here is a map that is falling apart because I had it for a very, very long time. But that's where I was born, and this is where I grew up. He wasn't from Switzerland, and he was from England. But to me, he sounds like he has a Swedish accent. So I don't know if that could have played a part into how my voice is. Now, again, he's not our real grandpa, but he pretty much grew up with us like I have always thought he was our real grandpa when I was younger. I didn't realize that he was like my mom's stepdad. But yeah, but to me, he's always been our real grandpa. But I thought, because I always knew he has some kind of accent, but I never thought it would be English. I thought, I don't know, I just thought it was something different. And when I met that guy who sounded Swedish, I was like, oh, that's where he's from. But it turns out, no, he just sounds Swedish. So that could have played a part in the way my voice sounds, as well as being dyslexic. Again, pronouncing things sometimes I find hard. Even things that I used to be able to pronounce really well, for some reason I can't. Now it could also be because I am doing 12-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, and I could be overworked because yesterday I was so tired and I went to bed really early because I just, yeah, so it could be me being tired as well and overworked because my job is very repetitive, you're in your mind a lot, and then sometimes when you don't talk to someone very, I don't know if anyone else has this, but if you're like out in the day and doing something and don't really talk to someone very much, and then you talk to someone, your voice is kind of like croaky and or it's hard to say stuff. I don't know if I'm the only one that gets that. I don't know what that is, but it happens. Not all the time, but it happens sometimes. But yeah, so I swear I thought I had more to talk about my unique accent, but again, I don't know if like if I were to move to a different country, if my accent would change. It probably would change if I was to move somewhere permanently or for like a couple of years. It would probably mix. I have heard people say that their accent changes, but then they come back and then their original accent comes back. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I would love to do some kind of like working holiday or maybe live somewhere for like a year. I don't think I'll live somewhere permanently unless I absolutely love the place. But yeah, I'm still trying to think of places I want to go or want to experience working holiday or something like that. But yeah, so I feel like this video is kind of a short video, but that is like kind of stories of my accent. So I had people think I was from Italy. I had people from, someone say I was from Germany, Romania, and America, and of course English, or England, or the UK. We can't forget that one. Obviously in different parts of Australia, there's have a little bit of a different accent. I guess it's also like in America how someone from Texas will have a different accent from someone from California or something like that. But also even in being South Australia, I feel like I sound very different too, because a lot of other people would have that stronger Aussie accent and you would know straight away, yes, Australian. But I feel like I don't. Again, if I go to a different country, I've been to Japan, but I didn't really sound more Aussie there. Probably because English isn't the first language, but if I went to a place where English is the first language, I might sound more Aussie there than I do here. But again, I could go to a different country and then it'd be like, oh, where are you from? And they might not believe me. But yeah, I just thought this was a little fun video to make. I don't have anything out of it. I thought I had more to say, but apparently I don't have more to say. But if you're wondering, I'm from Australia, South Australia, and yes, we tend to have a little bit more of a posher accent, if you will. But of course, not all of us sound posh, and definitely don't act posh. I feel like I could do another video on talking about being Australian, although I kind of don't really feel Australian, but that is for another video.